The part that I'm going to read from you is from chapter 8 out of 10. And so it does show the family as refugees, but just so you know, you've spent, most of the book with them as just regular people in Vietnam before they became refugees. So just keep that in mind. But for the sake of the reading tonight, I'm going to throw you right into a refugee situation, since that's on a lot of people's minds these days. A refugee camp is a bottleneck of people seeking a new home. In March of 1978, when we arrived in Pulau Besar, there were already 3,000 people in the camp. Every week, a delegation came from a different country: France, Canada, Australia, the US, to interview people wanting to resettle there. We'll go to France. We speak the language.
Who do we know there, though?
Any choice was a gamble. My parents decided our futures on very little information.
You already have 2 sisters in America, and we know a little English. Maybe we could teach French in America.
For children, camp was in many ways a wonderful vacation. No school.
Let's watch ladies strive for shellfish.
Want to ride on my back?
Yeah. I'm gonna practice swimming.
An escape from regular life. Pick from Aurora School? Is that you?
Jasper, what are you doing here? And why are you still wearing your school uniform?
My family just arrived. They didn't tell me where we were going. They just picked me up from school one day. And now I'm here.
Can I have a little privacy, please?
For Ma, there was the worry of how to have and care for a newborn baby in a refugee camp.
You speak wonderful French, madame. Surely someone like you has other resources.
Ma was so humiliated by having to beg and so upset at having her honesty questioned. She went into labor that evening. And still no diapers.
Hold on, sis.
The struggle to bring a life into the world is rewarded by that cry. Bless you. It is a single-minded effort, uncluttered and clear in its objective. What follows afterward, that is, the rest of the child's life, is another story. Daily life was not easy. Water came out of ditches dug by previous residents and had to be boiled before drinking. Wood for boiling and cooking had to be gathered from the dwindling forests surrounding the camp. There were no proper toilets. Bo would take us a little farther out each day to relieve ourselves and bring back firewood. Yet we were among the lucky ones. Our stay there was only a few months. That's us. On the other side of the world, Ma's older sister Dao and her husband acted as our U.S. sponsors and processed all of our paperwork quickly. The Red Cross helped us get our plane tickets, and my parents promised to repay them once they had jobs. In Kuala Lumpur, we got our immunizations and our health cleared.
Ow. Oh. Stop.
All except for Bo.
There were scars in your lungs X-ray. You need to stay so we can take a close look. How long? My family leaves tomorrow. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
They said their goodbyes at the church where we slept. I borrowed $30 from an old student back at camp. I used some of it to buy new outfits for the kids. We don't need much else. Take this for your trip. And then the next morning,
Does anyone here speak English?
a little.
That's great. We need you two to help this group get to where we're going.
But I have 4 children.
Don't worry, my wife and I can watch your kids.
There were about 100 people who needed Ma to show them to their gates, help them check in, and fill out forms. We sat with the elderly couple, absorbed by the Hershey bar that Ma had bought for us. Finally, it's time for us to get on the plane. The flight attendant gave Ma a bassinet for the baby, but he cried every time she tried to put him down. She had only one cloth diaper for him, so every time he peed, she dried him with napkins and folded the cloth to move the wet spots. Just don't poop, okay? My sisters and I got an airplane pin and juice, which kept us content. Then the chaos of getting in and out of Los Angeles. Customs, baggage, connecting flights. You go to gate 7 over there. Hurry, they're calling a flight. You go to terminal 3. Follow the signs.
Wait, which way did you say, miss? No, please, miss. Take us there.
We're scared we'll get lost. After helping everyone else, Ma realized, oh no, our flight's about to leave. Finally, on June 28, 1978, we arrived at Chicago O'Hare Airport. Ma's sister Dao and one of her daughters were there to meet us.
Welcome to America.
Meanwhile, back in Kuala Lumpur,
You have scars from tuberculosis, but no infection. You are clear to go.
Kuala Lumpur Airport. Like Ma, Bo was called upon to use his limited English to help the other refugees traveling.
Listen, there's been an airline strike. We had to get you all new tickets.
In Los Angeles, distracted by the needs of others, Bo actually did miss his own flight.
No, what do I do?
Through broken English, a lot of gesturing, and eventually a supervisor who spoke French, Bo got on a late flight to Anchorage, Alaska. He spent his first night in America on a bench in the airport. Bo's attempts to call Ma's sister on a payphone were unsuccessful. His experience in Los Angeles left him too nervous to leave the waiting area to go buy food. When he finally arrived in Chicago O'Hare Airport, his belly was as empty as his morale was low.
Excuse me, are you from Vietnam? Yes. Tom Rivers from US Catholic Charities. I come out here every day to see if there are any refugees arriving. Where are you going? Unbelievable. I know that man. I go to his house every day for ball pho. Why is it so ugly here? Ha ha ha! You don't like it?
Hammond, Indiana, 2 hours later.
Surprise!
Oh my God! That night we slept reunited under the same roof in a new country. Me, my baby brother, Bo and Ma, and Lan and Bic, in a 2-bedroom house with my aunt, her husband, their 5 children, and 1 dog. Thank you. Thank you, Nicole, for reading.